Let's do some simple observations. If you've not seen it, well, it's been there for a while, but let me clarify it. Again, this is Market Cyber Scripts, the best scripts out there, without a doubt. I mean, this script is basically one of the very best scripts that gives you insight into the very direction of an asset. I've said this numerous times. If you want to be part of the 10% of traders that are winning, well, there's a big difference between Warren Buffett and me. Buffett knows something that I don't know, so he's an insider. If you guys could recall, in 2020, Buffett was hesitant in stocks, even though stocks were still registering its all-time highs. That's a very interesting move from a big player like him. So how would I know if I don't know Buffett from a very lofty position? How would I know the big boys, how they move their money? I need a script. I need a reference data that gives me insight. So meaning from a very lofty position, I can see or I can know what is happening in Wall Street or what's happening in the financial world in terms of trading. You understand? So Market Cipher basically tracks almost every movement. So much so that I'm not saying every movement, but like I'm just saying, Market Cipher gives you a visual representation of movement of what you need to know in trading. Sorry, there are so many things I have to know in trading, but most of the basic things that you need to know is volume and liquid. If you've been trading for a while, liquidity attract traders. So if Buffett is, let's say, as a thing, let's say billion dollars worth of crypto, I'm just giving an example. Well, you need to have a script that gives you that direction of that money. You understand? So imagine if manipulators or whales are just dealing with or manipulating the assets, you have to know. Either than that, you're just gambling. So market cyber more or less like gives you that kind of a leverage. It's like that third eyes that helps you see what's happening behind the scenes, so that you don't guess and gamble or speculate. Because it's hard to speculate with money. I don't speculate with money. I have to have informed decisions. You have to be backed by real empirical data, and that's what market cipher represents. There's a real script that tracks money, and just today's video just talking about certain observation that if you are new to market cipher, you have to know there's a big difference between this wave and the other one. And let's do just a basic backtest, and let's backtest momentum and money flow. What momentum is and what money flow is. Momentum, this one that you see is a force. This is a force. Get in your mind, it's a force. Don't forget force. And the way it moves is way different from the way liquid moves. If you've been very observant, momentum has let's say it has a peak direction. You understand? When I say a peak direction, look at where momentum starts, and let's see. Let's deal with this scenario here. Momentum always has to cross these regions, and anytime momentum crosses this region, this line, this sixth line, this is an overbought territories. Market Cipher tracks that for you, so that you realize that the price of an asset has reached what we call the equilibrium. Sorry, the price of an asset is not is not reflecting its true value. It's been overbought. It's like there's so much money being popped, and in that it has to be corrected. So anytime you see momentum heading towards that region, it means there's a correction coming. You understand? There is no way liquid is going to surge. This is liquid, right? There is no way you're going to see liquid surging over here. You understand? Liquid doesn't play that role. So let's do a back test and see momentum for ourselves. It always gets corrected once we hit that region. Once we get ahead of this line, the 60 line. So let's go and see if we can see possible momentum scenarios where we get corrected. Okay, so listen, there's a big one. You see momentum crosses, you see it crosses this line, then it gets corrected. There is no way momentum is going to cross this line and stay here and stay here and stay here. No, it can stay there for a while, but it always gets down. So anytime you're trading, and if you're new to trading and you don't know anything about trading, you can just stick to one strategy on the lower time frame, because on the lower time frame momentum moves different. So it's like Anytime momentum crosses this line, yeah, you can short. You understand? You probably have to look at the very direction of your money flow as well. But let's see, money always is down. Money doesn't get to this level or probably crosses this line because money doesn't move that way. It's not programmed to move that way. Momentum moves that way because momentum is a force and money flow is a liquid. So it's like the force of momentum reaches a point where it's like, okay, I can't go anymore, so I have to be corrected. You understand? Liquid doesn't move that way because it's not a force. Even though liquid is a force in some way, I'm not really trying to deal with scientific definitions, but I'm trying to highlight the difference between these two. One is more or less like liquid. Let's see this one, a typical example. We went over the 60 line, came down again, then again went over the 60 line, then came down again, and see where money was way. This is a very bullish scenario. It's like money was so much in it and momentum couldn't just deal with it. It was like it comes down, try to get corrected, goes up again, gets corrected again, comes down, until you see a decline in momentum here, sorry, money flow here. Then momentum just came down. So what happens at the very top is the positive territories, and what happens at the very bottom is the negative territory. Let's try and see a backtest and see what happens again. Momentum also crosses this line. So this is the 60 line. 60 line comes down again, crosses the 60 line. And you could see how fat momentum is here. It's like it's too fat over here. You could feel momentum is fat. It's too fat. It's because we've been bullish. We've been super bullish, and we have the support of money flow as well. Super bullish, super. It's like once you know we are bullish, you feel it with the oscillators. They just can't sustain itself in the negative territories. It can't come into the negative because there's so much force going up and there's so much liquid as well. So it's like coming down is hard. You understand? It tries to come down but still moves up because there's so much force to push it, and there's so much liquid to back it up. You understand? So let's come down and see. Let's see. Again, it crosses this line. Registered sorry, prints a very sign, then comes down. But you can see momentum was small compared to this side. This is huge. So it's like in an uptrend or in a bullish scenario, you could feel how big and how weighty momentum is. You can compare this one to the same momentum here. It's like there's a difference. It's like wow, we were just bullish. Let's see how price dealt with scenarios like that. All right, so trying to bring price down. All right, so scenarios like that. Let's see how price reacted. You can see how price reacted. It was so surging up like boom, boom, boom. You understand? So price respects the force and liquid. Price is always subservient. Is always looking at the very direction of force and liquid. So let's see scenarios like this. So momentum crosses here, then comes down. So whatever happens at the top regions also happens the same here, the bottom. So when prices cross, when momentum crosses this one, it's an uptrend. When momentum crosses this one, there is a downtrend. You understand? So it's like this is the difference between momentum and liquid. It's like momentum is the force and liquid is the flow, like money. It flows. You understand? It's a water, like it's your fuel, it's your gas. It's momentum is your engine. So let's say momentum is my engine or turbo or whatever you want to call it. Then my money is my liquid or my gas. You understand? If I have liquid in my vehicle or if I have liquid in my engine, of course, let's say if I have oil in my engine, the car moves well. Let me put it that way. But if the engine is dead and I have liquid oil in the car doesn't move. So basically, there's a scenario I just want to make. It's like you need both to work well to increase your speed. So speed now becomes the price that you're trying to increase. If both is down, price don't go obviously goes down. In other words, speed is down. You understand? So just trying to use relatable words so that newbies can appreciate the whole concept of trading. Market Cipher is by far the best script. I just love using the script. Every day I discover something new, see something different, try to share. If you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment, and of course I used to be a server moderator and also consultant for this company as well. And on YouTube, trying to help people all over the world extract or understand how trading works. And yeah, I do have a course for newbies as well. Ready to launch. The website is in the pipeline. If you're new, kindly stay subscribed. And yep, let me know what you think. I'm always trying to bring something new using Market Cipher scripts as my reference data. So until then, people, have a nice time. Peace.